What's up, guys? So today we're doing another 9906. It originally had a 2.4 drop. You can see the back's kind of dropped. All it has is the front hanger and the drop shackle. I just got done with the front. We did the IHC kit, Inez. So it's upper, lower control arms. He did bring me some stock spindles. That's what you need. The spring wasn't cut, so that was all good. The shocks were still good. The inner and outer tie rods have been recently changed, so that was fine. We didn't have to mess with that. And he has his new ball joints, new stabilizer links, and new bushings. Right now, pretty much done. Just gotta put the brakes back on and all that. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go drop off the C10 to go do the exhaust. I already went ahead and got my truck tuned. So she's tuned. Sergio from All Motor Labs, he went ahead and took care of the manifold. So he knocked that out last week Tuesday. Let me show you guys. Here comes Louis with the C10. So about to leave right now. I'm trying to hurry up. There you go. I ordered the manifold online. I didn't know he had any at the time. If not, I would have got it sooner, but it's ported, so doing pretty good. Yesterday I went ahead and did the exhaust and cut the manifolds on, and I went with the Borla Attack. So yeah, I'll take off right now. We're gonna go drop off the C10 and go do the exhaust on that bad boy. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. There you go, guys. There's a C10 in all her glory. It's badass because you can see the coilover system in the back and everything. Everything's all QA1. He went ahead and did the Willwood brakes and all that. So that truck's like fully built. It's nasty. He took me for a ride the other day, and man, that thing is nasty. So we're gonna go do the exhaust right now, and we're gonna be going to Aces. I think the one in Northside. So we'll see how it turns out. ¿Cómo que no te enojes? ¿Cómo que te dijo que no te enojes?
¿Qué dirías tú, güey? Si fuera tu troca, güey.
No, güey. Yo también me fuera emputado, güey. O sea, no mames.
Ella, como el vato me dio un receipt, güey, me dio un receipt donde yo le había dado el down payment y ese pedo, güey, decía las partes. Pero he didn't put fucking C-notch in there. The C-notch que no venía, bueno. Y ahí dijo el vato, el manager, dijo, y pues aquí no dice C-notch, güey. Y andaba mi carnalío, porque mi carnalío es el trato con el vato, güey, porque ya no se había bajado una troca.
Sí.
Y my little brother pull out the messages de, mira, güey, aquí sí lo que el vato me dijo, lo que el vato me ofreció, todo el rollo.
Sí. O sea, se querían echar para atrás del C-notch.
Sí, güey, el pinche manager se lo quería tragar al vato, güey, como hijo de puta madre, güey. Necesito conseguir todas esas madres, güey, fuck.
Mira, pues tú dime, güey, because, I mean, yo no te voy a hacer C-notch, güey, te voy a hacer un underbed notch, si quieres hacer el underbed. Pero la feria que pagaste...
¿Qué es lo mejor, güey? ¿Qué es lo mejor que se puede hacer ahí, güey?
Pues el underbed notch, güey, el underbed. Hacerle el underbed para que no pegue, güey, porque mira, el pinche C-notch... Nomás llegas a 8 o 9 pulgadas, güey, atrás y ya valió verga, güey. Ya pega la troca. Otra vez tienes que ir a volver a cortarlo y hacerle todo el desmadre, ¿sí me entiendes? Por eso hago el underbed en vez del C-notch.
Simón, pero no queda dura, güey.
No, pues cómo va a quedar dura, güey. O sea, la troca queda suave, güey, por los shocks. Y así la bajas de más, güey, pues ya le tienes que hacer shock extenders o relocate the shocks para que el shock haga su jale, ¿sí me entiendes? Porque si el pinche shock lo dejaste donde está, güey, y tienes un 9-10 inch drop in the back, pues está bien compresado, güey. El shock no hace su jale y la troca se siente bien dura. Porque hace cuenta
no,
que...
No, es un desmadre, güey. Cuando llegué, que la miré, güey, dije, tu puta madre, güey, pues ¿qué hiciste, vato? ¿Le quitaste los springs o qué? Y yo, güey, pensaba que no tenía llantas, güey, sí, que la voy mirando, güey.
No, pues la neta, güey, si quieres que la troca te quede bien, güey, vas a tener que cambiar los leaf springs, bro. Ellos ya están calentados.
Güey, ya no hay manera de enderezarlos para atrás, güey.
No, güey, ya no hay manera, güey. ¿Cómo chingados, güey? ¿Cómo? Ni modo que pongan la pinche troca al revés.
Güey, nomás la emparejé así, güey. En vez le voy a dejar la verga. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna drop it before I go back home.
Sí, sí, sí.
Y para nada, güey, pinche madre que tiene que el vato allá.
No mames.
Hey, his own manager was like, hey, that guy is a fucking coward. Like, he just walked away from us right now. Y nada, like, pues córrele a la verga, pues you're his boss, digo. Le digo, me vale más lo que traigan ustedes, digo, tú arréglame mi jale, güey, yo quiero mi troca para atrás como te la traje, güey.
Sí. No, pues la feria, güey, que... Mira, o te dan tu pinche feria para atrás, güey, o usas la feria para las partes, güey. Pero desde ahorita te digo, se me hace que el pinche kit ahí con Inés, güey, vale como unos 8 y algo. So, si te quieren meter la verga, ahí te vas a dar cuenta. Y pues ahí se las haces de pedo, ¿sí me entiendes?
Sí, pues...
O sea, o
Si el
te
vato-
regresas
si
a
el
la
vato
pinche
es
feria,
hombre,
güey,
güey, sí.
o te hace un pinche badass deal con las partes, no sé, güey.
Si el vato es hombre, se tiene que amarrar un huevo, güey, que no mames, güey, ¿sí me entiendes?
O sea, la
Pero,
cagó, güey. O sea, la cagó por aceptar el pinche jale y no saber cómo arreglarlo, ¿sí me entiendes?
Simón, no me, güey, dale mi troca para atrás como te la traje, güey, put it back stock, íbamos a alinear, güey, ponle las llantas que yo tenía, puedo hacerlas para atrás, güey, y ya, déjate mamadas.
Sí.
Porque me estaba preguntando a mí, güey, ¿qué hago?
¿Qué hago?
Entonces, ¿cómo crees que te diga, güey? Como si yo trabajara
Tú
aquí,
eres
güey.
el customer, güey, no mames.
Quería que lo sacara el hoyo al vato, güey.
Oh my
Y ahí-
god.
Allá andaba el dueño, nomás que no dijo nada. Yo no sabía que era el dueño, my little brother told me, ese es el dueño, güey. Para haberle metido un vergazo una vez porque no mames, güey.
No, hombre. Se va.
Mira, como quiera mañana, güey, a ver qué arreglo con ellos. Como quiera, y yo te mando un texto a ti, güey. Pues se subo para arriba porque estoy acá en el valley, güey.
Sí, nada, no hay pedo. Tú nomás dime, nomás asegúrate, güey, que no te van a coger, güey. O sea, o te dan tu feria para atrás, güey, o usan la feria de las partes para, pues, para darte el kit, ¿sí me entiendes?
Simón, no, pues I'm gonna get my fucking money back or get some parts o algo que no mames tampoco, güey.
Ya, no, güey, que no se pasen de verga. O sea, ya la cagaron, güey. Si el vato no supo que la truca iba a bajar más de lo normal por las Lee Springs, pues que no valen verga, ¿sí me entiendes?
Güey,
Pero
ese
no,
pinche
pero-
Inés, güey, ¿es that a good drop kit o no?
Sí, güey, son los que traigo yo en mis trocas. Lo tengo
Bueno,
en la... Lo traigo en la GMC, güey. Lo traigo en la troca azul, que es una 9906. Lo traigo en la Ford. Son badass
Es-
kits, güey.
El IHC, ¿o cómo chingados
Sí,
se
güey.
llama? ¿Es ese no?
Ya, ese mero.
El McCoy, ¿ese no vale madre o sí, güey?
No, güey, no vale verga. Te están acá las pinches llantas todas pateadas, güey.
Ta madre. But I thought that was the shit, güey. I thought it was a good one.
¿Qué, el McGoy?
Simón.
Hombre, güey, McGoy no vale verga.
El Beltec tampoco,
El
sí.
Deltec está igual que el McGoy, güey, no valen verga.
Tan peor que los espinos, güey. Hijos de su puta madre, güey.
Güey, tengo otro camarada que también, güey, le pasó igual, pero este güey pasa así, like... Él pagó por el IHC, güey, y le metieron otro kit más chafa, güey. Le
No,
metieron
man.
el pinche Max Track, fue el que le metieron. Y...
Sirve que voy para dar la vuelta a la pinche al shop que hizo el Freddy, ¿no? Y voy a
Oh, sí,
comprarla.
aquí está,
Ya que anda.
está como a unos 30, 45 minutes aquí en Conroe el vato. Aquí está.
No, pues es que yo no conozco en Houston, güey, casi nunca andaba ahí.
¿Tú dónde vives, güey?
I live in Georgia, güey, nomás que ando aquí en el Valley con la familia.
A la verga. ¿En Georgia?
No. Simón, güey, I go
Órale.
through Houston, güey, para allá para arriba.
Oh, ok.
So, yo le iba a hacer el dropkit aquí, güey, porque allá no hay gente que los hace, güey.
Pues me fueras dicho a mí, güey, yo te lo fuera hecho.
Pero pues I wasn't planning on driving up there, you know what I mean?
Sí, sí te entiendo. No, pues ya, pues ahora sí, güey, vas a tener que venir a huevo, güey.
Ya me había armado con estos vatos, güey, que salen con sus pinches mamás. Ay, no, me vato.
No, pues ya
No.
te dije, güey, consigue los pinches Lee Springs, güey. Alguien tiene que tener allá en el Valley, güey. Somebody has to have Lee Springs over there.
Ya está, güey.
Sí,
Right
eso,
now, como
ya.
le pusieron los shackles, güey, se levantó poquillo, ¿sabes? Nada. Y de squatting, güey, sí se mira como que era.
Güey, se ha levantado como una pinche pulgada, güey, no mames.
Nah, 2 inches, güey.
¿Y qué, güey? ¿Te le pusieron un reverse hanger o qué?
I don't know what the fuck they put in it, güey. Dijo el vato que era pinches shackles, güey, pero I was like, nah, that shit was squatting a lot. Como que ahora sí la levantó para arriba, güey.
Ajá. Bueno, pues a ver qué pinches madre te le hicieron cuando la traigas.
Ya está, güey, como que era yo mañana a ver qué me dicen sus güeyes y si no se hace nada con ellos, pues te hablo a ti, güey.
Órale, güey, ahí me
Ahorita te
avisas,
voy a
güey.
mandar una picture, güey, cómo quedó la troca, pero ya poquito más levantada, güey.
Ya está, güey.
That bad.
Órale, ahí me lo
Órale.
mandas. Órale, a ver.
Ahora.
Alright. Well, there you have it, guys. Another customer. He's out working in the valley right now, and well, them guys didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so now he's gonna bring me the truck and get it fixed. Alright, guys. So today's day 2. We're gonna be welding the underbed notch on the truck. As you can see, I already took the bed off and everything. The U-bolts were really bad, like stupid rusted. All that stuff that you see on the floor, it's all rust. I just removed the gas tank right now. Like this thing's all rusted out. But no, it's really bad. Like the truck itself isn't bad. It's just the rust on it. So I don't know. I think he was better off like getting a new frame or whatever. But no, I mean the reason we're dropping the gas tank is I need to remove those hangers. You know, they're coming off. And then the shackles, whatever, and then that way we can weld the inside portion of the notch, and then the same thing over there, but I mean there's nothing blocking it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bolt the hangers back on, and then clean them up a little bit and just weld the edges wherever they sit flush with the frame. That way they're nice and reinforced on there. What else? I mean that's pretty much it. We already dropped the gas tank. Just need to do the flip on the bolt, if it even comes out. I'm gonna soak it right now in DW40. Hopefully it does come out. And then, like I said, put the hangers on, weld the notch, cut it out, and weld the filler plates in there. And that'll be pretty much it. But yeah, she's rusted pretty bad. I don't know if the truck came from up north or what. I really don't get them that rusted out, and when I do, it's because it came from like where it snows and stuff like that, where it's like really cold, so they ice the roads, and then you know you're driving, you don't even know it. The roads are wet, but they have salt in the water, and that gets on your frame and rusts it out. But I mean, the truck itself isn't bad, you know, it doesn't have a ghetto drop or anything. It's just the fact that well, yeah, the frame is rusted out, and if any of you guys know, you know, rust is like cancer, so it just keeps eating at it and eating at it and eating at it. And well, I almost feel like cutting off that whole piece right there, but he needs it, you know. The shock mount's right there, and the gas tank sits right there and grabs onto a little bracket right there, so can't really touch it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish taking off the leaf springs, change out the hangers, whatever, unbolt them, clean up the frame, and start welding. And then I'll show you guys the notch before I paint it, and then we'll cut out the little bed part that needs to get cut where the bed sits flush with the notch. You don't have to cut the whole brace. I don't know if I made that clear last time. I mean, you can if you want, if you plan to go lower. Obviously you don't want to just cut a piece here, a piece there, but you might as well cut the whole thing off. But I mean, it's totally up to you. If you're not planning to go lower, then you don't need to cut it. The reason why I said to cut the whole thing is because if you do go lower, it will start hitting right there. The brake lines or the pumpkin itself, you know, the differential will hit that brace up there on the bed. But that's pretty much it. So let's get started. So one thing I want to point out to you guys, if y'all are doing a truck and like the frame is really, really bad, like rusted like this one, the wire wheel might not be enough. You know, I hit it with the wire wheel, and this is how it looks right here. It wasn't enough, so I had to go over it with a tiger disc. You could hit it with the rock, but just try not to knock off too much material. So just like barely touch it, you know. That way you have the metal nice and exposed. That way whenever you're welding, you get a good penetration. The heat gets in there, you know, like you get good welds or whatever. So just mock up the notch, try to see where it's gonna sit. So mine's gonna sit about right there, and the same thing on this side. And well, I gave it enough space to clean it up nice, and then just throw the notch back on there, measure again, mark it. I like to measure and then do my lines and mark it, and then sit the notch there, clamp it down, and then just start welding it. And then over here, I probably should have done the same thing, but I mean, I'll be fine. It's just the hanger. The most important thing would be the notch. And then also the inside portion, if you can see it right there, it's the same thing. So wherever the notch is gonna get welded, just take your time, clean up the frame a little bit more, and then boom, right there too. So do that and you'll get good penetration and good welds. Okay guys, so there you go. The notch is fully welded. Real nice welds, good penetration. Let me see if I can maybe play with the focus a little bit. Or not. So all I have to do now, well, I went to lunch, so everything's pretty nice and cold. Just clean it up a little bit and then just paint it, whatever. And then right now I'm gonna take the leaf springs and flip the bolt, put them back on, take these hangers off. That's the front part of the leaf spring. And then I think on this one I'm gonna set it at 7, so you can have like a 4/7. And then like I told you, the hangers got welded also with the bolts. And then put the gas tank back where it goes. And that'll be it. Just put the flip kit on, the drop shocks, cut the little cross member part on the bed and put it back on. It should be ready to go home. And then I think tomorrow in the morning I'll take it to go get a line. And that'll be it. It's pretty much done. And then like I told you guys, the reason why too, I also take the gas tank down just a little bit, or in this situation all the way down, to get some welds in the back. That way it's nice and reinforced. You don't have any problems. But here you go, 9906 underbed notch. So right now I'm gonna just put it back together and paint whatever I gotta paint, and she'll be done. What's up guys? So today we're gonna be doing another, I think this was another 5.8. He just has 24s on this one, so we're gonna see how it stays in the back, if it's gonna rub or anything. So this truck is very similar to the last one we did. The only difference is this one has a 2.4, same parts in the back, hangers and shackles, but the front it had springs. I already got them the stock springs, so I was able to find them. And so right now we're taking a look at what else needs to get changed. So the inner and outer tie rods, that's almost always a must on the 9906 because they rarely service them. That's still an original inner tie rod. And then the hubs, that one had the ABS wire cut off. I don't know why. But the other side, the same thing. It's just that it's already damaged. Like it has a lot of play. This thing fell off, but see if I can show you guys. Like these are things that you should look for whenever you're about to drop your truck. So it has a lot of play in here. Like I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. Get the cable out of the way. Okay. So in here, whenever it's mounted onto the spindle, you can hear it. Like you can hear it when it spins, and then you can feel the play. Like right there, if you see that, and there's play. That thing's pretty much out. So like, let's say if I was to put this truck back together with that same one, I go to the alignment shop, they're like, hey, his hubs are pretty bad, we can't do the alignment. So usually the way you could check it out, if you need hubs and you don't want to take the truck apart, just jack it up and play with the wheel, wiggle it up and down with the tire on it, and you'll see if it has play. So that needs to get replaced. We're gonna get him new shocks also for the front, and he's gonna run the IHC kit, upper lower control arms, new stabilizer links, new bushings, new ball joints. And then in the back we're just gonna do the flip kit, some drop shocks, and underbed notches. Got to do them yesterday, so these guys are fully welded, ready to go. What else? So no, yeah, that's it. We got one for the single cab, we got another one for another guy coming Monday, and then we got a spare one, so whoever else comes in or want to buy one. And these are the filler plates. But right now I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's, go buy the parts. So those are the wheels he has. Go buy the rest of the parts that I need, and start putting the front back together. Like I said, this one's gonna need hubs, inner, outer tie rods, the bellows. So the bellows, guys, like if you're gonna do inner and outer tie rods, bellows are the little accordion things right here. These guys right here. So replace those. So inner, outer tie rods. The best combination you could do with the parts or Moog outer tie rods and then Master Pro inners. And that's especially for you guys that run like the 17s and all that. That way you get a little bit of length on the parts, so you could be able to set the toe. So I'm just gonna go ahead, go get them parts and start putting the truck back together. And the back, we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other one. We have to take the bed off, drop the gas tank, put the original hangers back on. He brought me some yesterday, so them guys are right here. So guys, if you ever do a 2.4 and you decide to do the hangers, hang on to them, because if you ever want to go lower, you're gonna need them. And then this guy right here. So I might weld a little piece right there just for extra reinforcement. But that's it. So the back, like I said, just the flip kit, the underbed notch, and the drop shocks. And then I might have to do some shock extenders because he is going a little bit lower, but I'll check the shocks to see how they are. But we'll be right back. Ah, mira quién llegó. So that's how it sits. It tucks in nicely, doesn't rub. We'll probably start on the back tomorrow, take the bed off, start taking it apart like the other single cab, take the hangers off, clean up the frame and start doing the notch. You can see those are all his old parts, upper lower control arm and hubs, stabilizer links, and the shocks are over there in the trash somewhere. Inner and outer tie rods got replaced. So we'll continue this bad boy tomorrow.